Welcome back, everyone, to a show full of surprises now with Derek and Joe as we open up 3 fabulously luxurious cruise trips for this year and next, and sprinkle the Cruise1st savings magic all over them.
Yes, that's right. We're going to cruise and more inclusive style with Azamara in the Caribbean this December with a jaw-dropping price tag. It's a deal not to miss if you love cruising with less people and enjoying so much more. Now, we're also heading down under to join the amazing Celebrity Edge in February on a fun-filled selection of Aussie ports and a longer stay near the Great Barrier Reef.
And our team have really pulled out all the stops in this show. You won't believe the inclusions we've secured for the prices on screen. So let's get started with the Princess all-inclusive adventure in Southeast Asia for next October, cruising Thailand and Vietnam on the fabulous Royal Princess. Now, your 2-week luxury escape starts by jetting off from the UK out to Singapore in Malaysia. And we've included a stay in a fabulous 5-star hotel for 3 nights so that you can see it all in style and comfort. Oh, lovely. 5-star. Thank you very much.
That would be incredible. Look, there's lots of things to see in Singapore that are outside of the city. Obviously, all of the, obvious favourites such as Raffles Hotel and Orchard Road. But if you head just a little bit outside also, you can learn about history and the kampongs, which are, a signature of Singapore's heritage, which would be an interesting thing to do. Then we have 9 nights on board the fabulous Royal Princess, which is completely all-inclusive for you. So you're talking about your Wi-Fi and your drinks, you're talking about lots of additional extras such as gratuities. I mean, this is brilliant because it enables you to not have to budget or worry too much about the extras. Your cocktails, your drinks, your coffees, your bottles of water before you head into port, your wine with dinner, your beer. It's great. Now, when it comes to cruising, of course, with Princess, they have a really wonderful way of enabling you to navigate whilst you're on board and, book things and order drink to your deck chair with the medallion program. So you get a little medallion when you head on board, when you check in, and it operates your stateroom entry and so much more. It's a brilliant way of, you don't have to worry about losing your stateroom entry card. You can even put it on a necklace around your neck. I love that. Princess have really thought of everything, yet retaining classic cruising at its best. Award-winning food, award-winning shows, everything down to their pizza, which is available pretty much 24/7. It has been thoughtfully curated. The menus have been done to ensure that you have something for absolutely everyone's taste, and I love that.
It does look good. It's making me very, very hungry. It's also a very sociable cruise as well with Princess. It's great. It's great for people watching because you saw before you've got the big atrium there, and it's great sometimes if there's something going on in the atrium, even if there's nothing going on, just watching. All the comings and goings is really, really fantastic. So you get this lovely sense of space. A lot of people talk, and I think a lot of people have in their mind that on cruise ships, everyone's bunched up together in crowds, and they really aren't. They're nicely spread out through the ship. Some people are in the gym, some people are up lounging and enjoying the sun. Some people are wandering around the restaurants. Some people know the sweet spot time to get to the buffet to get there first. It's great. There's so many different things going on. If you love sports, it's brilliant because you can indulge in those. And if you're a little bit more sedate, not a problem whatsoever. One of the greatest joys for me on a cruise is being able to go to bed in the middle of the afternoon.
Oh, I love it.
Go back to the peace and tranquility of your stateroom, and there's no judgment. Nobody's going, oh, where are you off to then? Yeah, exactly. You're on holiday. You can take it at your own pace, and that means if you're a bit more of a night owl, you've got lots and lots of different choices. And you know what? You can have a late lie-in and turn breakfast into brunch. It's not a problem because food is everywhere, 24 hours a day, one way or the other, even if it's lazy room service at 1 p.m. Fine. I
mean, you've got amazing things such as the Princess Watercolour Fantasy Show, which is a water fountain and light show each evening, and Movies Under the Stars. There's the Sea Walk, there's your fountain light show.
Fabulous.
So we are cruising out of Singapore, and a day at sea will see us into fabulous Nha Trang in gorgeous Vietnam, where you can ride a sampan through the canals, which is that traditional boat. You can glide through the waterways and enjoy the history of this port. And of course, there is a lot of history. The Longsong Pagoda as well is a sight to see. Then it's Ho Chi Minh, and Ho Chi Minh is, once known as Saigon, known for its subterranean tunnels under the city, with that tie into the war. And then, of course, you can go to the Mekong Delta and do a tour of that as well. Of course, you can book your excursions on board. Bangkok's next, and we have an overnight in the fabulous Thai capital. You might want to head onto the Chao Phraya River and do a traditional riverboat tour on there. You can do one with dinner or lunch where you're there overnight. It comes to life at night, and then we are back to Koh Samui before we head back into Singapore, where you'll disembark and we will fly you back to the UK. And Koh Samui is a lovely place to stop off as well in the archipelagos of Thailand. Lots of lovely beaches, elephant sanctuaries and the like.
Yes, you were there not long ago, weren't you?
Not too long ago.
She'll be back soon as well. This is lovely though, because you are seeing so much on a trip like this. Feels very exotic, doesn't it? And we've got Cruise1st exclusive savings on this offer as well. Up to £350 per couple if you book it today, and a deposit will secure the best price, which is here. Da, 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 da. Oh, I was perfectly in tune there. Look at that, 2749. That's a massive trip, actually. Really, really good. An amazing trip to the hot spot of cruising adventures in Southeast Asia. And we're planning, remember, for next October. So a low deposit today will bag those exclusive savings here at Cruise1st. So that's return flights included to and from Singapore, and a 3-night 5-star hotel stay in the city, remember, before you join the Royal Princess for 9 nights of cruising in sheer style. We just looked around all the ship as well and everything it had to offer. And remember, you're enjoying all of the benefits of the Princess Plus package here as well. So you've got premium drinks package, you've got Wi-Fi, you've got tips, you've got more included dining options, and you've got things like room service and having things delivered to the very spot you are on the ship when you wear your medallion and use the app. It's brilliant. Exciting destinations in Vietnam and Thailand, where you visit Koh Samui and enjoy that overnight in the port for Bangkok as well. So, which is just honestly amazing in this part of the world. Now remember, you are saving up to £350 per couple by booking this today with a low deposit. So I would hop to it. Be very, very quick, because it's a great deal not to miss. And here's everything that's included. And call us today if you want to ask any questions whatsoever, by the way. The number on the screen is not just, right, okay, well, I know I'm definitely booking, so now I can call. If you're calling just to ask a question, that's fine too. Whatever we can help you with. Remember, we can tailor those stays as well. We can make them longer, shorter, add another stay in Singapore afterwards, fly to somewhere else on the way back. You know what? What we have to do to put an offer on your screen, we have to put some parameters in place, otherwise we can't put a price to it. But that's not to say that you can't sort of tailor and tinker with that offer as well. We can make it exactly the way you want to as well, which is one of the just joys of what we do here at Cruise1st. So call us right now, 0800 953 4700. Of course, everything's on the website as well at cruise1st.tv, but you can't really talk to the website. So if you've got a question, well, we have got a little chat thing. Well, you could talk to the website, but people might look at you in a kind of strange way, so don't do that, because, it could be the first sign of anything. But yeah, it's a good point there. Call us. There will be a voice at the other end of the phone 7 days a week on 0800 953 4700. We are so good. And you can call us 7 days a week, which I love. Even on a Sunday afternoon, if you're thinking, well, they won't be there because it's not 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Even on a bank holiday, you can call us and we will be there. And remember our Team No Cruise. We don't book holiday parks and coach trips and things like that. We don't do the whole of travel. As our name suggests, Cruise1st, that's what we do. That's where our specialism is. And we've got 25 plus years of knowledge, and that's a lot of knowledge. I can feel a lot of it sitting in there with the noodles. Yeah,
so we can get everything end to end booked for you, and the stays, of course, as well. So you don't have to think about much at all. We're your own travel concierges.
Yeah, and the deals.
And the deals.
And the deals. No extra booking fee.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We do what we do to get you the very, very best prices. We are incredibly, in that respect, aggressive at drilling down prices wherever we can, because we're booking for so many thousands of people. So that gives us a buying power around the world. It's great. It's really good. I love them.
Amazing. Well, it's luxury cruising for less in this show, and next we're off on an Antipodean adventure to Australia next February to cruise the wonderful Queensland coast and get up close to the mighty Great Barrier Reef, all inclusive on the Celebrity Edge. Now, she sails from Sydney, so let's fly you there first to enjoy a 4-night hotel stay in the Emerald City, and let's live life as an Aussie for a few days here before while exploring and enjoying this incredible city and the surrounding areas. Sydney is probably the most well-known, even though it's not the official capital, well-known city in Australia, and honestly I think the most beautiful because it has everything: the ocean, the mountains, incredible architecture, the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Opera House, which glow at night, and during the day you can climb up there. You can even do a specialised climb, you know, where you are literally you know, what's it called, ratcheted in, and you actually get to go and do the daredevil thing, which is super fun. And the surrounding areas as well are great, including the Hunter Valley for wines, if you are a bit of a wine lover. So we have 11 nights on board the Celebrity Edge, which is all inclusive as well. So drinks and Wi-Fi for you. So you're talking about all of those different drinks that you, including your specialty coffees and, you know, your wines and beers and cocktails and everything.
It's a good value as well, the classic drinks package, and if there is a drink that you fancy and it goes over the value of the drinks package that you've got, you just pay the difference, which is good. So that ends up to be just a few dollars, even if you want to go top shelf, which is lovely.
Well, and it saves you an absolute ton. But let's look at some of the incredible innovation on this gorgeous Edge class, which was the first in its class and launched in 2018. Well, for starters, the dynamism of the design, you know, hits you everywhere you go around the ship. Beautiful big open spaces, whilst also retaining that celebrity boutique hotel charm. So it doesn't ever feel imposing, even though these are larger and grander vessels. It never feels like you're in a mega ship. It feels like you're in a beautiful, you know, well curated, sometimes modern art museum, but with a lot of personality to it too. Because, you know, there's a lovely flow when you go up to the deck. There's this flow, this kind of spiral design, which sort of effortlessly blends from one deck to the next. Something like I'd never seen before. It really is incredible.
Yeah, it is lovely, and actually the whole feel of the ship is very relaxed as well. It kind of forces you to kind of slow down and just enjoy all the beauty that's around you, all of the luxury, you know, enjoy the fine wines, enjoy the wonderful dining. It kind of, you know, kind of puts you where you need to be. I mean, we're all about wellness these days, aren't we?
Yeah.
And feeling zen and calm and everything else. And Celebrity is incredible at doing that because everything moves at a very, very nice and relaxed pace. And you pace yourself in a different way because you're just lapping it all up, really, aren't you?
Talking of wellness, they also have a real focus on, you know, elements of the menu which are suitable if you're mindful about eating healthily. Loads of fitness classes. You can head on up to the gym and choose everything from spinning to Pilates and yoga, which is wonderful. And then, you know, there's a smoothie juice bar, so you've got those options for you. It's wonderful. And you can start your day walking around the deck and do a good few miles, actually. They do have this thing called Walk a Mile when you're on board a cruise ship. Eden restaurant, this has got such personality, and I love the cocktails as well in Eden, which are all sort of thematic. But the theatre just blew me away when we went on the Beyond, which is a sister ship.
Yeah.
You know, my goodness, these digital screens, I mean, they had an actual car in the show. It was just so grand. The scale of these shows will knock your socks off. It's something like I've never seen before on board a cruise ship, and it's wonderful. And the cocktails, the mixology on board, they do this flair bartending show in the atrium as well, which is great. We are cruising out of Sydney, and a day at sea will see us into fabulous Brisbane, Queensland, which is a gorgeous subtropical city, actually. You have got the Koala Sanctuary there, which is adorable, and Australia Zoo, Steve Irwin of course made that famous, definitely worth a visit. Next up we're into Airlie Beach, so first stop on the reef here, and boy is it incredible. I would highly recommend getting out on the reef in whichever way you can, whether it is a glass bottom boat, whether it is helicopter, float plane, see it, take the pictures, look at the Heart Reef right there. Then we have an overnight in Cairns, which is wonderful, so this gives you an amount of time to see not just the Barrier Reef from this region, but the Daintree rainforest, Coranda Railway. You're also not far from the Whitsundays, and you have got Cape Tribulation there too. Now, here's a flavour of what you're going to be seeing and one of the 7 wonders of the world,
So
the incredible Great Barrier Reef. It is the largest barrier reef on Earth. Absolutely stunning. You'll see if if you get out there in the water, whether it be snorkeling or diving, some of the most incredible tropical fish, maybe some baby sharks. Don't worry, they're friendly ones from my memory. There's nothing like it on Earth. It's a once in a lifetime experience. And what a way to do it on a cruise too. It's a perfect way of seeing. And then we're into Port Douglas, which is utterly charming. Get out there on the cable car so you can head on over the rainforest canopies, or maybe see a traditional Aboriginal cultural park to learn about the historical significance. Then we have some scenic cruising around Willis Island, where you can see those gorgeous little baby penguins. It's a tiny island measuring just 1,600 feet long. It's uninhabited, but you get to see, of course, the natural preservation as we're cruising by. Then we're back into Sydney, Australia, where you'll disembark and you will fly back home to the UK after this epic adventure.
Gosh, yeah, and you are seeing just so much on this trip, aren't you? I mean, so many different places. It is a long journey to get out to Australia, so when you get there, you really want to be able to relax and enjoy. So again, the pace of this is beautiful. Great to have that overnight in Cairns. Great to have 4 nights in Sydney before you even start cruising as well. So, you really are getting the pick of the crop here, because you can spend a lot of money just going to one place in Australia and coming back and feeling like, yes, I saw a lot of that one place, be it Adelaide or Perth or Brisbane or wherever it might be. But there's so much more to Australia, and it's so far away. You want to make the most of it when you are there. So this is your chance to enjoy the very best of Down Under with a luxury stay in Sydney, and the wonder, of course, of the Celebrity Edge with drinks and Wi-Fi as you cruise as well. I don't think you'll quite grasp how good this price tag is, by the way. Look. In essence, this price tag should really be, I would say, bare minimum £5,000 each. That's a more realistic price tag. But again, that's the power. Talking as we were before about Cruise1st buying on behalf of many people gives us a massive buying power when it comes to the cruise industry, when it comes to hotels, when it comes to flights, all sorts. We unlock extra little savings that you and I couldn't do as an individual. And a deposit today of just £199 each will lock in this price tag for you for the start of February next year as you jet off from the UK down to incredible Sydney in Australia to stay there for 4 nights in a hotel, soaking up the sights and the sounds and making memories before you get on board the absolutely delicious Celebrity Edge. And you've got then 11 nights of sheer bliss cruising around the ports of Oz, spending longer in Cairns there as well, which is the port for the exciting and very beautiful Great Barrier Reef. You explore the country with more places to see over your cruise as well. And of course, you're enjoying the stunning ship with your classic drinks package included and Wi-Fi to browse and keep in touch as you drink in the beauty of cruising with Celebrity. Cruise back into Sydney for the flight back to the UK. Grab this deal today. It's very, very popular here, as well as being a great and popular local cruise for our customers in Australia as well. So you need to know that. It's already very, very busy, this cruise indeed. Here's everything that's included. The drinks and Wi-Fi package alone, just for your information, has a value of nearly $1,200 per person in this package. Obviously, that's US dollars, but still, I mean, that's a massive amount if you think about it, of the overall price of your package, and a low deposit today of just £199 each grabs it for you. How often do you think over your lifetime you'll go to Australia? It's one of those things that you do need to spend a few quid to actually do, but actually you're getting the most amazing deal here. You really, really do. So call us right now on 0800 953 4700. Now, here's something that you need to know about, because we very regularly pop out our fabulous brochures with all the latest fantastic offers around the world. And if you're not getting these in the post already, It's very, very easy to do. Just go to cruise1st.tv, go down to the bottom of the page there and you'll see the links. You can actually read them there online digitally, or of course you can give our team a call on 0800 953 4700, give us your name and address and we will add you to the mailing list. And these come out about once a month or so, I think, something like that, which is pretty good, and they are lovely. They are very, very nice little read, and very, very tempting offers as well. They're lovely.
It's nice to have a proper brochure sometimes.
I like it,
in this day and age.
Yeah.
You know, gets you excited seeing all those gorgeous pictures of places that
Good
you
deals.
could visit, and you can, because there are plenty more luxury adventures in the Cruise1st collections, which you can see on our YouTube channel, here on TV, and in our amazing brochures. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Right, okay, let's take our final luxury escape then. And this one is unbelievable for very many reasons. The calibre of the trip, the luxury, where do we start? We're cruising with Azamara in the Caribbean this December, and we'll fly you off to Miami first to start your 14 nights, with the first 2 in a hotel in Miami. And maybe you're thinking Christmas shopping.
Yes.
But in the sunshine.
Yes.
That would be nice.
Absolutely, because they have some of the best malls in the world in the Miami region, down there in you know, South Florida. So you head to Fort Lauderdale. Sawgrass is epic. It could take you a few days to traverse that mall, that's for sure. Adventure Mall, Dolphin Mall, but there's so much more to see in the Miami region, including South Beach, which is utterly charming.
And there's Christmas trees everywhere, which is wonderful.
Yes.
It's just lovely in the sunshine. Then it's time for us to cruising in absolutely more inclusive style now. Small ship luxury with Azamara on the Onward, and you're on board for 11 nights, cruising with around 700 other people, which is just so manageable.
It is, and you've got lots already built into your cruise fare. You've got your drinks, beers, wines and spirits, and of course your coffees, your luxury coffees as well, tips and gratuities, self-service laundry, as amazing evenings, which are usually going to be specific to the port or the itinerary, and they will take you out on an excursion that will be, you know, exciting and different and innovative. And then you have got extended stays in the ports and overnights often too. So there's lots more than you would get on, say, a regular itinerary, more space as well, a larger ratio of your staff to passenger, which is great, and less waiting time. You know, whether you're heading up to, you know, the grill, up to the terrace, or you're in a dining room, you really will feel like it's such personal service. I mean, it's exceptional.
And you're not locked into the fixed dining times either that you are with regular cruising, so you don't have to keep looking at your watch thinking, come on, be quick, we're going to be late for dinner, because you can dine whenever you want to as well. And that's again, Azamara is about the luxury journey and spending more time in the destinations, which with the Caribbean is absolutely perfect. It's what you kind of need, because again, even when you're in the Caribbean, you're going off on a tour or whatever, or you're going into town and doing a bit of shopping or sightseeing or looking around, again, you don't want your eyes on your clock every 2 minutes thinking, oh, need to be back to the ship, because you are there for so much longer. They spend about 80% of their time at Azamara in port, which is so impressive.
Incredible.
But when you're on board, it's all about the best of everything when you want it as well, which is wonderful. So let's sail out of Miami then for our 11 nights.
Indeed, and a couple of days at sea sees us into St. Thomas, Charlotte Amalie, which is the US Virgin Islands. Now, some of the top beaches on earth, including Magens Bay. Downtown, though, you'll see a real charming, almost sort of a traditional downtown area with shopping. Then it's St. John's, and St. John's is known for its incredible beaches. Some of the excursions you want to head to include the Rainforest Canopy Zipline Adventure and the Best of Antigua, which will take in Nelson's Dockyard, Shirley Heights and Dow's Hill. So book those while you're on board. Before we head into Philipsburg, St. Martin, with its fabulous French capital as well, Marigot, and Philipsburg is the Dutch capital, you can go and see both. You can see 2 countries in a day when you do an excursion under 2 flags, the Island Drive. Then it's Basseterre and St. Kitts, which is known for its monkeys, more monkeys than people per capita, they say. Get out there in a Jeep Safari, a 4x4, to really get into the rainforest terrain and learn about the nature of this island. It's a fun thing to do, that one. Then it's heading on over to St. John's in Antigua, where we will be, of course, having the opportunity to see some beautiful beaches. Again, Dickinson's Bay is stunning, but right there at the terminal, you've got a charming sort of craft village. It's called called Redcliffe Quay. Tortola's next, and this is part of the the UK Virgin Islands, British. You've got Cane Garden Bay, and then you also have the Virgin Gorda, which is a neighbouring island, but it's this amazing rock formation and natural baths. They are definitely worth a visit. Day at Sea sees us back into Miami, where you will disembark and we'll fly you back to the UK.
What a dream. Yeah, you'll be in tears on that flight coming home going, oh, I love that holiday, I want to do it again. And of course you will be able to do it again as well whenever you like. This is a magical time of year to enjoy holiday celebrations, of course, because you're arriving mid-December, which is wonderful. So a great time in Miami, and you've got your luxury cruise of the Caribbean with Azamara, where you'll want for nothing and enjoy a relaxed and immersive cruise away from the crowds, which is amazing. Now get ready for a price tag for Azamara that when I saw it, actually couldn't believe. And I've been looking at cruise prices on TV with you, one way or another, for over 15 years. And I looked at that price and went, hang on a second, something's not right here. That would be the price for like 2 or 3 nights on a cruise of this kind of caliber. It's ridiculous. What an exciting plan to put in place as well for this December. Return flights to Miami included, a 2-night hotel stay there, and then your more inclusive cruise with Azamara. They're not listening to me by now. They're looking at that price and they're calling. I don't know why I'm saying all of this. You know how good this is. You're staying longer in the stunning Caribbean ports, cruising for 11 nights, drinks included, small ship luxury, gratuities in, the most incredible dining choices, plus their unique enrichment and surprise touches as well, like the As Amazing Evening, which in this cruise happens in St. Martin. It's brilliant. It's a night with the Soul Sisters, and that's all I'm telling you, because it's as amazing, and you're going to have to go and find out for yourself. They also have the wonderful destination celebrations along the way as well. And again, I'm telling you no more about that. Cruise like a millionaire at this price tag here. It's ridiculous. Grab it today with a deposit and look forward to the best December getaway you've ever had. And here's what's included. And I promise you, I have checked, and I have checked, and I have double checked. You see the price there that you've got for solo on the list of ticks there, the bottom tick, well, it's an arrow, says call to cruise solo from 3499. That should be the price for a per person based on 2 sharing, surely. I don't understand how this whole package is just 2199. I'll be honest with you. And I have checked it and double checked it, and that apparently is the right price. And that tells me that we have done an amazing deal. Well, not even just amazing, there isn't a word for it about how good that deal is for Azamara. Anybody that knows Azamara knows that it's quality that you are paying for there. There's no skimping. It's an 11-night cruise around the Caribbean and 2 nights in Miami, and your flights as well for 2199. It's crackers. It really is, and it's happening this December. You come back actually on Christmas Eve, so if you want to add a stay in Miami at the end as well, so if you want to be in Miami for Christmas, that would be amazing. Or how about end the cruise in Miami, fly to New York? Oh, hang on a second. How about Vegas? Do you know what? I've been to Vegas a few times and absolutely adore it. Adore it. I would go back every week if I could. I bet Christmas in Vegas is absolutely crazy.
It'd be bonkers, wouldn't it?
That would be wonderful.
But you know, any of those options are on offer, because you just need to speak to our team who can whip you up a nice little deal.
Can you believe that price tag? I mean, honestly, seriously, absolutely bonkersly ridiculous. And as I say, I have, just to reiterate, I have checked with the team to make sure. Are you sure?
Seriously?
Please tell me you're sure, because I don't want to put a price like that on screen and then find out, oh no, actually it's $3,000 more than that. No, that is your price tag right now. And listen, that's why we are the people to call. If you've got a vague idea of what cruise you want to do, we've looked at luxury in this show, but it might just be that you want a cheeky 6 nights in and out of Southampton somewhere in October. Just give us a call. If you've got an idea in your head, call us. If you've seen something else on TV and seen a price, just bring it to us. We'll do our very best to match or beat it as well, because it's what we do. Just call us, 0800 953 4700. Thank you so much for your company. See you back here soon.
See you soon.